The biggest mountain often lies within our own minds. Before we can move a physical mountain, we must move the mountain of doubt, fear, and self-imposed limitations. The Lord's teaching is a call to conquer the inner enemy first. When the mind is freed from the chains of impossibility, the outside world will begin to change. A woman who had been tormented by illness for many years approached Jesus weeping, "Teacher, this mountain of sickness is crushing me. I cannot move it." Jesus looked deep into her eyes and asked, "Before we talk about the mountain before you, tell me about the mountain in your heart. Is it the mountain of despair? Tell that mountain of despair, 'Get away from me.' And you will see that the mountain of sickness is no longer so fearsome." 3. Faith is a verb, not a static noun. Faith is not something you possess, but something you practice. The teaching says, "You will say to this mountain." The act of saying, a concrete action stemming from belief, is the catalyst. Faith only becomes alive when it is expressed through words, actions, and choices. In a noisy market, Peter asked the Lord, "Teacher, how do I know if my faith is strong enough?" Jesus pointed to a potter shaping clay and said, "Peter, look, the potter has faith that this lump of clay will become a pot, but that faith is meaningless if he doesn't start kneading it. Your faith is the same. Don't sit around measuring it. Stand up and speak to your mountain. That very act will prove your faith." 4. Faith is not human strength, but the key that unlocks God's power. The mustard seed does not move the mountain by itself. It is a symbol of connection. Our small faith is like inserting a tiny key into the lock of a giant door. The key doesn't have the strength to break down the door, but it opens the way for an infinite power to pass through. The apostles were in a boat on the Sea of Galilee, and a light wind was blowing. Jesus asked John, "John, whose strength moves this boat? The rowers or the winds?" John replied, "The winds, teacher." Jesus nodded, "Your faith is like the sail. By itself it has no power, but when it is raised, it catches the mighty wind of my Father to carry the boat of your life across all great waves." 5. Sincerity is more important than perfection. Jesus did not ask for a perfect, flawless faith. He only needs a sincere faith, even if it is trembling and full of imperfections. A real mustard seed is more precious than a mountain of fake gold.